I was sitting here thinking about this conversation I had with a friend of mine a few years ago. We were doing a concert, and she said something to me that stuck with me ever since. And I've shared it, but I wanted to deep dive a little bit today because it's also something that I realized that I have been doing without knowing it. I hadn't put a label to it, I hadn't put a name to it in terms of my career when I was first starting out. And I was sharing with her a goal that I wanted to achieve. And it was a pretty cool goal that for me was important. But then I shared, I have this obstacle and I have this, and I've got to work toward getting there, and blah 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 blah. I've got to climb up, and she paused and she looked at me and she said, "Be the top of the mountain." And I kind of waited, and she goes, "Be the top of the mountain." And this is a very successful performer, right? The person who was telling me this. And she said, "Darling, you may have obstacles, you may have challenges, and you may need to do the work, which we all do, but the mindset needs to change. Instead of thinking you're down here and you have to get up, put yourself already at the top. Visualize you having achieved it and being there. And the journey will be easier here. You still have to put in the work. You still have to overcome whatever those challenges are, But your mindset of already being there and achieving it will put you in a different place that most people aren't even at because they're not thinking that way. They're thinking, I've got to climb and I've got to work and I've got to do this and I don't know if I'm going to struggle. Well, change your mindset. And I realized that I had done this early on in my career. If there was a role that I wanted to get, I would actually think about it and go, I want to have that role. And I would work toward getting it, but it was something that I would actually visualize myself doing the role. Or if there was a goal that I wanted to achieve, I would put it down there. I would write it down on paper. And my mindset was so different because I didn't think there was anything that could stop me. Meaning, like, I knew that what I wanted to achieve, I could achieve. It was up to me. I had to navigate the industry. I had to go through the work and work hard and show up and do what I needed to do. But with perseverance and the right goal, I could achieve it. And the same thing is for you. So when I thought about that, it reminded me of this great story of Jim Carrey, which you may or may not heard. It's talked about a lot. When he first got to LA, he was struggling. He moved from Canada to Los Angeles and he was struggling. And he wrote a check to himself for $10 million and he stuck it in his wallet. And he had it there. And it was there as a constant reminder of what his goal was. And 10 years later, he achieved that. I believe the movie was Dumb and Dumber. He got a contract for $10 million. He still had to do the work. He still had to show up. But it proved that with the right mindset and the right work ethic, you can get there. It's going to be a lot harder if you don't have the right mindset and you're trying to work. So if you have a goal, if you have a dream, whether you're a business person, an entrepreneur, an artist, be the top of the mountain. See yourself there. Know that you can achieve it and work toward that goal. Your destiny's waiting. It's really, really up to you to go and get it. Be the top of the mountain.